40 years ago, Diego Maradona punched a ball into the net with his hand, and football never forgot it. They called it the Hand of God. This weekend in Miami, football got a sequel. Fans are calling it the Cable of God. This is the story of how England survived a Viking uprising, a conspiracy theory, and the most controversial 120 minutes of the 2026 World Cup so far. Saturday, July 11th, Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Gardens. The billing said it all. Harry Kane versus Erling Haaland, two of the best strikers alive, both chasing the World Cup Golden Boot, both refusing to say who's better. "We're completely different players," Kane told reporters before kickoff. High praise for his rival, but no direct answer. England came in fresh off a wild round of 16 win over Mexico. Norway, the tournament's Cinderella story, arrived off their own giant-killing run, playing in just their fourth-ever World Cup quarterfinal. Nobody expected what came next. Midway through the first half, Norway drew first blood. Andreas Schjelderup curled in what looked like a cross, but it dipped and dipped and kept dipping, sailing over a static Jordan Pickford and in off the post. Norway, 1-0. The Miami Heat was already brutal. Now England had a deficit to deal with too. Just minutes later, England hit back. Jude Bellingham thundered in a strike right before the halftime whistle to level the score, 1-1. Pure ecstasy for England fans, until replays started circulating. Did the ball clip an overhead camera cable during the build-up? Norway's coaching staff swore they saw something strange in the flight of the ball. It became the moment of the tournament, fans instantly nicknaming it the Cable of God, a cheeky nod to Maradona's infamous handball 40 years earlier. Norway boss Ståle Solbakken wasn't laughing it off either. "The ball drops down straight from heaven," he said afterward, though to his credit he refused to blame the moment for his team's exit. Halftime, 1-1. And somehow the drama was just getting started. 11 minutes into the second half, Norway thought they'd grabbed the lead. Torbjørn Hegem headed home from a corner. Miami erupted in green and white. Then VAR intervened. Buried in the build-up, Erling Haaland, of all people, had shoved an England defender just a little too hard while jostling for position. Goal disallowed. To be fair to England, VAR wasn't just working one way. Harry Kane had a goal wiped off for offside earlier in the half, and a potential penalty for Jed Spence was waved away on review too. But it was Norway who walked away feeling like the World Cup had it out for them. Behind the scenes, England manager Thomas Tuchel wasn't happy with what he was seeing. At the break, he pulled off two players who'd struggled, Noni Madueke and Declan Rice, and turned to his bench, bringing on Bukayo Saka and Eberechi Eze. It didn't produce instant fireworks. The rest of normal time stayed locked at 1-1. 90 minutes gone. Extra time loomed. And then, in extra time, the moment England needed. Jude Bellingham, again, found the net to complete his brace and put England ahead, 2-1. Norway threw everything they had at England in the closing minutes, but couldn't find an equalizer. When the final whistle blew, England had survived, battered, controversial, but through. England 2, Norway 1. For Norway, this was the deepest they've ever gone at a World Cup, and somehow their manager left with grace rather than bitterness. "This is no excuse. We lost a match," Solbakken said. "We will talk about the wire until we are all dead. But this will not be the story about this team. It shouldn't be." A classy exit from a team that just wrote its best World Cup chapter ever. For England, the mood was strangely tense given the result. Manager Thomas Tuchel didn't sugarcoat it in the post-match press conference, reportedly calling the win lucky and criticizing his team's sloppy tactics, even in victory. Tuchel clearly isn't satisfied with just surviving. And in the Golden Boot race, Kane still trails Haaland 6-7, with Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe both out in front at 8 apiece. But Haaland's tournament ended Saturday night, held almost invisible by England's defense, managing just 2 shots and 1 on target all match. This result sends England into their fourth-ever World Cup semifinal, keeping alive the dream of a first title since 1966. Their reward? A date with defending champions Argentina in Atlanta on Wednesday, July 15th. A rematch of football's oldest rivalry and arguably the must-watch fixture of the entire tournament. On the other side of the bracket, Spain and France collide in Dallas on Tuesday, setting up a semifinal weekend that might be the best this World Cup has to offer. A cable, a shove, a brace from Bellingham. Call it luck, call it controversy. England is through, and the World Cup just got more chaotic. If you want the real story behind every controversial World Cup moment, hit follow on Highlight Strikers. We'll see you for the next one.